time for pauses. Listen, London, I want you rowdy, I want you loud, I want you on your feet! Semifinals! And only a couple more games before we call it quits for the season.
So for one more time on Saturday, here we are on Anubis in a matchup that already has a little bit of history. The two matches that they played at Copenhagen, going back and forth.
Not every team gets a lot of VP, but NAVI have. They'll start it off with a good clean kill into B. 3 players fall for VP. And they come through smoke. That's pretty brazen for NAVI, I feel, to just kind of push their luck like that into what wasn't really even that much of an understaffed site. We've still got one nearby. Electronic takes a glimpse in through E-Box, gets what he wants, a fight, but doesn't end how he wants. So Bit's gonna take this to the 4v1 post plant, and Navi look for blood early.
No, that hasn't been the big irony of CS2, is the amount of times people are coming through the smoke without even blowing it up sometimes, and jumping through on both sides. Now we see what you think Alexi B has on right now.
At least 4.
Superstitious Alexi B won the major final by keeping his shirt on from the day before.
Some could call it weird. I don't judge. You hoist that trophy. Op in the hands of James, still without a kill. Can be said for others. And no contact. We're going to be seeing Electronic kind of float out here on his own, I think, to start, unless there continues to be this pressure from Navi. Remember, it was very little utility on the approach to the A site that Navi threw out. Felt to me like they sensed that maybe Electronic can get swarmed.
Considering this map is still so unfigured out, it's actually so nice to see Navi working on bridge control. This is something that CT teams are not finding a way to fight back against. They're pretending to fight here. They're leaving a little early. They're sometimes dying with one player, but now we've got a rotation in and a lot of lurks going on.
Love this, though. It's not common. You'll see somebody up here. Flit. Oh, he sees his shoulder, but JL's cautious on the approach. And not to mention, you've got Alexi going all the way around. So suddenly that deep A control felt pinched, but in reality, B site hit. James, between 3 fronts, gets nothing. Empty-handed, Virtus Pro, time and time again.
Wow, this is lovely. The speed on these timings, the flanks that are coming in, and they're working, right? I think one thing that I had a criticism for with Navi is they would work to a point and then it would seize up a little bit and fail to make a good decision. Here, they're not really overthinking their positions. They get into a good spot, they take over mid-control, there's no one fighting back. Electronic is in there behind the door, there's no default grenades in the area, so they said, okay, let's keep going. Then they turn one more corner, and they even make the most of that position. They let JL take the slow route through short. Alexi goes all the way around. Yeah, this is pretty undeniable.
Essentially win the round.
Yeah.
Mid so wide for the open for the taking. And we were talking about a middle where it has just been Electronic. That was supported last round. You had Flit over towards Temple, a second set of feet. What's this?
We're smoking Cloud.
Little skybar action. Must be Maniac.
So it's Michelin bartenders there with the dry ice.
James trying to float this op around, but even James hasn't really kind of been forcing any sort of an issue. We haven't seen a glance down Canal. We haven't seen a fight outside at B.
Yeah, they're playing all the T advantages so perfectly. It's just that the aim is also making this just
so stifling for Virtus Pro, but even the timing
setups are not good, right, from Virtus Pro. Doubling up on the back of default. They refuse to play a standard A site on this map.
Mid is open yet again, and Alexi is just going to continue to exploit this all half long. He has had his way with mid.
And they just heard the poverty. They heard the MP9 on the site. They saw the 2-man setup. Can't help but feel like they're just going to try to take this after some time.
So they're going to try to swing for it. Couple bullets around the corner. Bit's ready to fight if you are. You want some? Come get it. He'll flick shot over. Feel the wrath.
That's a walkover.
James holds the camera angle. Flit's gonna get something. The only thing going for VP, but once again, dude, there's always layers.
Yes, there's a double layer.
So much defense in line for Navi. There are lurks in place though, right? Norbert's kind of doing his own thing. But with the bomb down, I mean, Norbert would have to get that much closer to the site. They need to kill Ime, who's trying to just cancel out saves. They're saving again.
London, they're saving. And this is the #1 thing about this team at that major. Even though they won it, this was Ima sort of in that aggressive lurk role that he was playing on in Game Religion that worked so well at Paris, wouldn't translate into CS2. But now these double-layered lurks that we're seeing, it's sort of like a good amount of support for his position. It feels like it's been effective every time we've seen it so far. It's definitely a very strong look at the moment.
It could be one of those things that works when things go well.
It can be,
right?
That's true.
So that
for
could
sure.
be countered out as this game goes on. All we need is, I don't know, maybe a couple kills from VP. Get around close. You'll find out these lurkers. Maybe retake.
We're coming in with half money on a couple of these rounds. VP are not getting great positions for them, but like again, Navi are using ammo in a way I really like. You know, they're taking over main control, not with just like flash retakes. They're testing face on, seeing if you're there, scaring you to go back, respecting if you are, but then coming back later. I think this is why they're keeping their utility so high, and it just feels like they have so much time on the clock all the time.
Consistent pressure coming out of E-Box to boot. A position that has not been held by Virtus Pro once. Haven't gotten an opening kill from here at all.
Yeah.
They'll try to take a quick peek behind smoke with the nade to the corner, but they're not zoning anybody.
This is like the first time I've seen VP have a standard setup on the A side at this event.
About time. In this map,
We might find out why they don't play it. We'll see.
yeah, fair point. They are starting to get a little closer. Bit, he stepped up to the challenge of 2. Well, now 3 members of VP looking for him. Op is included here, and that Op will find it. Second kill of the map from James. Peek, though, by Norbert opens the other door, and the numbers were ready. Flit holds off to the E-Box once, turns around, between 2, guns dry. What more can he do with that A1S? So man advantage maintained, but bomb planted nonetheless.
Yeah.
And you've got JL and Wonderful.
It's this fight, JL and Wonderful, or and Fame, excuse me.
Very key. Fame slips up, getting ever closer. JL thinking about going to help as Wonderful puts that Op over to the corner. That could come back to haunt him. Tough spot to get the multi-frag, but the CT's sitting and waiting for a little longer. Molotov goes to Cave.
If Fame waits this long, this might come back to bite him.
He's got the kit, and that kit could be so key.
You gotta go, VP.
He needs to move. Bombs beyond. Oh, welcome to Wonderland.
JL, Alexi, then the clutch from Wonderful.
I mean, this is a Navi that's maybe got Spirit getting a little nervous. This is flawless CS. Off the back of excellent individual levels from all. You can point to every member of Navi across all 5, and they have put forth a moment, a chance to avoid the 12-0 half. But last time they were down by a man, that's when Wonderful did his best.
Navi looking for pity points here, round 12.
Emet snaps over, can't win the duel. So a pity point, perhaps? One little round for your half? Or is it just the setup for Bit to embarrass you? He'd need the 1v3, but he's got the bomb, and at the moment, he has all of VP split up. He's got a minute to make this happen.
Yeah. Well, have at it. Carte blanche on the round. Everyone's dead for once. Just you in the clutch.
When you're feeling the game like this, when you're up 11-0, that's when you can't write off the possibility. But there it is, the one round, the saving grace.
They need a new one.
They need a new one.
Yeah.
We're taking applications. Well. VP, what are you gonna do about this?
Yeah, what a slap in the face, man.
I mean, not even a couple pints with the lads would fix this one. One round, all they've got to work with. Did they make a move? I mean, what level of confidence could even be left in your game plan?
Oh, they're gonna get spotted? No, maybe not.
Oh, JL, not like this.
And they're gonna drop.
Yeah, they run. Quick transition. Pistol is necessary. They've been corralled into Ime. And he's kept himself alive, trying to tap away his bombs looking to be planted. A bomb plant? All right, let's see what happens now. 2 up. But as they jump through smoke, Alexi executes.
Literally everything is covered.
Man, this would have to be too much to ask. 12-1 after Pistol, no doubt. Into a 12-1 scoreline, you have to force buy. You get a Tech 9. You don't even have an AK. Virtus Pro will not have an AK in all of this Anubis map unless they can pull this one off. Now, at least Electronic goes with utility, but we're talking about Electronic, who also happens to only have 3 frags, just like James, just like Fame, all of which more than Norbert. This is an entire shutdown of Virtus Pro across the board.
Some losses are kind of team losses across the board, and this was one. I mean, structurally, aim-wise, they were just completely outdone in a way that it's hard to zone in on. It's, oh, it's one guy's fault. Oh, it was a star player, wasn't. I don't even know where they could have got anything back. Not, at least not here on Anubis. One last chance to stay alive.
And with this uncanny ability to pick apart Anubis, which VP pick, I can't wait to see what Navi have in store for us on Mirage.
Yeah, because that's a very interesting place to go.
Bold map choice.
Yeah, like VP, I think they were excited about it before the veto started. Now after seeing Anubis, they're probably wondering if they should be scared.
There's a chance, though. They've at least just kept it clean, right?
Yeah.
Pack of players through middle, into Temple, then they split. So attacking this B site with an auto shotty on long.
Well, he had to push out knowing that the flank came in. So
okay,
holding on to this is kind of the best thing that you can do. This part of the map when you lose a site.
Luckily
on
for them,
that kill.
They did have Temple.
I think they're pretty positive he's just out here. The question is, do the rest of NAVI even come in? It really doesn't even feel like it, actually.
I mean, you got the lead. You got the crowd. You got the fire to go for this, surely. Bomb is at the halfway point, and they're just going to go for exit.
Guys, NAVI are saving. You're not going to boo them? Let's be consistent here.
Or are they? No, no kit. No kit. Everybody calm down. Norbert's got the exit. I'll sprinkle another pity round win on the board. Second one here for Virtus Pro. I'm not saying you're all in for the biggest comeback
That's true.
of London history.
While you're sleeping, they're working.
They
While
played
you're
it
working,
tight.
they're working.
I like the approach. 5 players, shoulder to shoulder, found a weak point, split up, took a site, no risks.
They have always been the definition of one foot in front of the other. But with the save guns here for Navi, it still makes this round dangerous and a great grenade.
Love that. Deep.
And I mean that on a round like this because we're talking about a couple MP9s here. They're looking for half HP players. And that's on Flit, who is the guy who got the entry last round, the only one positive on the team.
And better weapons on Virtus Pro than Navi here in the 15th. With MP9s and a Tech 9, they hear the approach. Last smoke goes down for Alexi B. He drops that on long, and JL is forced into the open.
He still wins?
He wins the fight.
Oh,
and
no.
just on the edge of Flit's vision.
That's a moment.
That's not
you
what's
had
supposed to
time
go
to
down.
get the kill. In the first half, there was no time.
Now you're just fed into Alexi, and well, with support right behind him, he's going to be confident to take these fights because he feels like even if he doesn't do this, he's got the backup to pull it off. But they've also got this deep line. But no CT steps into Norbert's vision. A Molly, no chance. They're going to gun him down. It's an upgrade. Look at the health. 11 and 2 for JL. It feels like it's still too low. But a 2v5 asked of Virtus Pro. If it wasn't for the health, then maybe Navi could still pull this off, but Bit doesn't even have the better weapon. JL's got a good position, but as he gets cut out, his hands come around that corner. Bit's gonna look for the swing, held by James. He flies out, Fame hands busy as the plant goes down. Bit clears, but he gets put out.
Nothing bad to say, the half just sort of started, so it is just about VP trying to figure out what the idea might be. But we're coming in full strength versus full strength, and VP are hearing the match point music every round.
8 rounds to go. You gotta look the Grim Reaper in the eyes every round if you're VP. Chin up, chest out, step by step. Wonderful wants this angle, and the Molotov doesn't force him entirely off. That could cost somebody. Nope, with the flash, he's back. CT smoke dropped from above.
It did a good job of delaying right there.
Middle's a little awkward at the start, but James still takes the risk of walking through the smoke, coming in and now having a deep line.
They're actually out of smokes on that side of the map. It'll just be Bit now with the ability to block. The molly over on JL as well joins them.
Jan keeps creeping out.
That's the moment. Oh, but it's at 50 seconds and he turns around.
And they're wary of a fight from outside of Temple. This A setup, are they going to feel stranded? Not a lot of cover for such a pack of players. And if Alexi goes down, I mean, middle is suddenly exposed. Electronic has slipped into the smoke right next to him, but Alexi's doing a good job of covering. Hey now. Oh God, nobody knows what that could mean. So a little spray comes out, a little spritz of damage for Electronic, who doubles back, and all the while, that distraction served up a great way to get bomb down. Yes, Electronic gets found out in mid, but that took so many resources from Navi that bomb goes down for free.
Yeah, this is actually a great round out of VP. They found a way into the open site, and yes, they lost one player, and yes, Navi might try this retake, but they still have odds.
It's guns up for VP. There is no other nade to throw out. We've got frag grenades to be thrown from Navi, so here the retake gets going. Flit's gonna catch the first one as he gets back behind Obelisk. VP, they have got this bomb site under wraps.
Even though it was 4v5, they had really good positions and time on their side and expected retakes positions as well, right? The fact that Bit wasn't on the full flank earlier meant that
everybody in the arena, everybody in the server, so occupied with Electronic in middle. That distraction serves up gold for VP.
And they slipped in there like butter. Another full buy both ways. Slightly less utility on Bit. A Famas on Imma.
One slip up.
One slip up. That's
One trip.
Thing.
Small glance, but no overcommitment here from other side of long A. Fame starting to move towards it. Bit's on high alert, and he's got the high ground. Dodges the flash, turns back.
Wow.
Nicely done.
Oh, quick dodge.
Yep. Fame comes in looking to clear the corner. Instead, gets blindsided. Bit blends into the wall. Flit tries to follow suit. He gets ahead of the smoke. Oh, that could have been a huge opening for the B site. But remember, the bomb is still outside of A. Somebody has to go back and get this.
Yeah, we crossed the minute mark. It's still out there.
Plenty of time.
They have time to go grab it, but they also have to stagger the exec. If they push this too quickly, and it's their smokes and nades that are coming up.
They'll get in without that bomb, so instead, it is retrieved. And luckily for VP, there is no overstep from Bit on the other side of the map. In fact, this is Alexi calling for the A stack, B stack.
They might overthink this, right? Because why didn't they just exec?
So Ima's inside of the E box. And as he sits here, he's gonna have to go for the wild spray. You got bodies coming at you. Again, just the one. But Electronic finds the entry as he should. Alexi, could he be the one to close this down? The step-by-step comeback continues. JL trades efficiently, but gets caught in the open. Can he dive in? Yes, he can! And just like that, another trip to Wonderland. He slips out with the two-piece that's needed to deny them. VP and their comebacks are no longer in London. It's Navi with map one.
Bring that Saturday night energy!
In Counter-Strike, a thing of beauty. All right. Maybe this time we get a game. Or another stomp. I'm not sure what the people want. But it's CS on the menu nonetheless, and it's an A site that is completely open. Entirely open, free for the taking. Looks just like Anubis. Nobody here to stop him. Jane will try to spam through smoke. That ain't gonna work. Bomb plant behind triple. No contest. Don't you dare save. Don't you dare save.
No, it's going for the CT retake.
Don't you do it.
It's going down right now.
Flash is good. Kills come through. So this retake starts strong. 2 kills immediately towards Ticket. Look how stranded they are. Wonderful 2 taps. That's nasty. He comes back for 3.
He's dancing on him.
But the gun goes dry. He's looking for more, and he's got Alexi to give him the cover. Ooh, wonderful. In a tough spot, comes out with 3 frags. And while Flick continues to tap him down, which he did on Anubis, he is the fire starter, but he doesn't have the kit. Won't be able to do this one, won't be able to take it. The 5-player plan is a pistol for Navi.
Offensive history. before that, it was always the joke that NAVI were always a top 4 team. One of the most consistent orgs since the beginning, but never got their major and were never sort of like a tournament favorite. All these different eras happening around them. NIP, Fnatic, you know, NV, like SK Luminosity and everything like that. But after 2021, they've kind of gone back to that. You know, we don't know which NAVI you're going to get. They're very strong, but not all the time.
The strongest NAVI is a NAVI off preparation. It's a NAVI that's not coming to every single event, right? We've been talking about how Spirit didn't attend everything they got invited to, and how that was their tactic, and that maybe the lack of officials has cost them. With NAVI, I think kind of spamming events is what took a little bit of the gleam off of that major trophy lift. They prepare well for London, and they hit the server in a sprint. Smoke to the window. First real guns here for Virtus Pro, and nobody gets an early test. We hit the minute mark with no real fights thrown out just yet. James got to do better. I hate to be blunt, there's no sugarcoating it.
100%.
The op is a powerful thing, and he has his chance, so he strikes down Bit.
Clean
simultaneous with the cat hold, so all that's left of NAVI is just this 3-player hit. And you just have James patiently posted up on another angle. Actually, no, excuse me.
Is this a moment?
There is a lurk.
Yeah, and this is a guy that we talk about.
He just missed it.
Yeah.
No spoilers, folks.
So yeah, rearrange here for NAVI as they look to do something new, but a gap has been found. The CTs are also going to be aware that there's a timing created.
It's enough of open
Who gets
space
the information
to have Ime call for the assistance. He likes that there's all this open space, and if he'd gotten his kill, that would have been a sprint into the bomb site with only one more to find. Instead now at 10 seconds, man, they feel this threat. With Ime not getting his opening, okay, wonderful, will shut down one. A swift reminder to the mechanical levels we had back on Anubis, but VP off of Jame, Fame.
been the most consistent over the longest period of time, always at the top, op IGL, star player, major MVP at Rio. He's the guy they look for everything, you know? And for him to bring on a star like Electronic and then have to take a different performance, it hurts to see because you just know how much Jame puts into this game, how much effort he puts into this game, you know? How much other people revere him. Device even citing him as the reason that he wanted to try IGLing. No saving allowed here in London. Let's make that a thing.
Well, VP trying to save the day, that's for damn sure. Nice to see a round early from them. You want to talk about all the effort that Jame puts into the game because he so clearly loves, but he's never had to reinvent himself. That has never been something we talked about with Jame.
Yeah, it's kind of like he gave equity to Electronic, and then they're trying to rebuild this system anew.
And props to him as a teammate for signing up to it. Right? Some people get stuck in their ways, but Jame getting stuck into map 2, because that's a fast move. Posting on catwalk, catching Ime, and taking down one of the jackknifes of NAVI. Remember, they signed up for this. They gave VP a comfortable map. Get a silent JL for the time being. Hasn't found his chance to strike just yet. It's the slow crawl, and nobody shoots off the flash. Wonderful could have given away his spot.
Ooh, you gotta watch for that bomb. How much space do you give up, VP?
They've been doing so good at crawling forward.
Oh man, yes. It's the exact same timing.
JL now takes that glance, and that timing is exactly where Bit slips into, but Fame knows he still has support. Unless the hands are busy, Electronic's got grenades, and I don't think he knows Alexi's this close. Electronic, he's got to pick it up. Fame goes down with nothing. Clipped after the plant. Jame will find his, but it's another clutch and another chance for Wonderful to shine. He turns away, back, given over. It's a jiggle across. What is that?
Yeah, and he does keep the information.
No
Turns
shot.
it 180 into window.
Gets his and can't return. I can't believe Electronic crosses to the box with no gun in hand.
Before he got cut back in 23, it was, you know, him working on anchor roles, which is interestingly enough a big conversation this year about, you know, the top teams and their anchors. And Norbert is somebody who, after he got cut, Jame gave him, he said this himself, specific instructions. If you improve on these things, we'll give you another chance. They gave him another chance. He improved on those things. And now he's somebody you don't see making mistakes. You see him actually doing a little extra.
Jame to be tested here in round 9. Virtus Pro kickstart the gun rebuy. Oh, tough one. And he's losing support as Electronic goes down on Palace.
Scary for Jame right now.
He's got a rotator. He throws a nade out. Flick gets lost inside stairs. All the pressure continues to fall on him. And as Bit comes through, he'll see the site is clear. James tagged. I mean, that would have been such a wonderful chance to get the retake in. But, oh, dare I say it, cue it up. I think they're about to turn away. Or are they? Norbert sticks around a little, bombs at the halfway point. Have we jumped the gun? Norbert, only the one. So give him another one.
Yeah, this one he's got no choice.
Zero chance he gets into the site with such little time, so it slips by. Sure, you win with 5-7s, but then Mo, you just get swarmed.
You do, man, and that's key kills. That's so nice from JL coming out of the Palace.
To get this last one.
Yeah, they saw MR12. Oh, less work? Okay.
Scout for Wonderful is not ideal, but all things considered, the money hasn't been too much of a burden for NAVI. Despite round losses sprinkled in. Alexi changes up position, not looking like he's going to get that early fight that's been coming his way a couple rounds. Same for Ima down in underpass. Feels like a little conditioning though. NAVI a little more wary of the potential for those hits because they have come out from VP so many times. And with that caution, it frees up Virtus.pro to go elsewhere.
This is where they've made jungle weak, when they've let this connector guy sort of stew in his own misery, looking for fights, and then he ends up going to window, and we see them follow him up connector, and they don't know if it's going to happen again. Got an extra pair of eyes here in Fame. NAVI are starting to guess, but you know what's coming next. Can already see it.
Fame keeps looking both ways. CT smoke perfectly timed. Now, one player could fight over. If Alexi takes that fight while somebody comes through, Flit's job all the harder, but he could also line him up. A little more damage on the second. Doesn't get the reload in. Then the fights start to trickle out from Palace. Electronics freed out to go down ramp, though. So even by losing your site player, you've still got a deep anchor in Electronic. He's got to go big, but just the one. And so James left to do it all. He gets the quick scope up close, and he's still between two, but he clips him. And James, you give him space, you give him time. He'll figure it out every time.
He is the wizard of the fourth dimension, in control
but he
of
did scope.
hyperspace.
Yeah, and he scoped, and Alexi heard it, so Alexi jumps over with 6 seconds. Alexi doesn't have the time.
It's over.
He's got to chase him. Master of space, master of time. Get him back in it. Get him back in it. If only we had a show match.
Man, the biggest indictment here for the half that we just witnessed was that VP actually rely heavily on their CT side.
Well,
yeah, they normally score 60%. They're down to 45 here as we switch over. But again, this one's gone beyond the stats a little bit. NAVI, however, right down the middle, just as good on defense as they are on offense. For them, it could be the 2-0 finish. For VP, it could be the last map of the event. And for Alexi, key information could win the round.
Feels like Wonderful wants to get the party going. You know, I didn't look back and see anything on that T side that made me understand why NAVI were so gung-ho to take Mirage against VP. Maybe their offense has something figured out. Such a good game plan.
JL's been such a threat so far.
Nice presence from him on Cat. Will spot bodies going up towards A, which is indeed VP's intended target. Peek out from Alexi, nothing yet. But Bit has that ramp on lockdown, and before he's even needed,
he got Bit to turn.
Alexi comes out with another, so now James on the chase is the last man left. No bomb, not much to chew on. They've got him surrounded, and it's NAVI to take that first step forward. So
they get their one kill. They know that's a similar buy coming out from NAVI this round.
Still a couple MP9s in the middle, but Wonderful. Oh, it's gonna cost him half his health. He did not want to stick around in middle. Better to get out on 40 than 0. And VP, did they sense an opening, a chance to crack this?
Oh man,
wide?
but it depends if Wonderful takes contact, if he spins around.
Because you've got a ticket player with a nade out.
They'll forget about Emma if they're not careful. The lurks are also very far away. No one to put pressure on the bottom of connector at the moment.
Oh, it felt like they could have pulled the trigger, but they don't.
The CTs are thinking. And so is James.
But as they think, they also shuffle these positions. JL has come over to throw himself inside of A. In terms of the numbers game of round 16, pieces in the right position. This is going to boil down to frags. We've got enough utility for the execute. That could very well.
Imma's the key guy to watch. You know?
What if a molly lands on him? What if he gets flushed out of here? The smoke will buy time. He puts down one of his own as well. At 45 seconds, CTs drop their smokes. There are none left for them to throw.
This is crazy for how little information they have, because at this point in the round, VP could be doing anything. They don't have top mid, they're not pushed B. There's no one on cat right now, and yet still, how do they know this?
Such a stalemate, man. It's the battle of the minds, and the first shot's wonderfuls. So the timing has to move forward at this point, and there you go. Tetris player dead, Pal is held on to. I mean, Navi positioned to perfection.
From beginning to end.
But we don't know why.
That was an inconspicuous Virtus Pro, the way they crawled around the map. And when JL talked about preparation coming into the series, you have to wonder if this is one of those rounds.
You chose Mirage.
You chose Mirage.
VP, a questionable choice. But that round, the first piece of evidence, I would say, out of the rounds we've had on Mirage that says, Navi know what you're doing.
And we also start with, this will keep Navi at a 2-round lead. So nervous. You know, if I was Jamin, I just saw that, like, how come they didn't have to push to get information? How come they were so confident? And what do I have to do differently?
Right? What else has been figured out? What else do they know? Alexi, like a worm, just burrowed in James' mind. Scary place to be.
He's probably in there with Blade. It was okay, you know. He had an escort.
Misery loves company. And Electronic loves this smoke, man. This, it almost gave him a chance to peek over. They're going to go for connector, and Flit, he's been good, but he doesn't get himself that second. At least he stays alive, creates space for the wide swing. Eman, nothing to offer.
JL with 2.
He just locks down mid on his own, and guess what? He comes over top of the stairs. Electronics on the other side of smoke. He keeps his head down. Electronics right there with him. Everybody's inside of the smoke. It's getting weird.
If Electronic takes 2,
he's at his 3! JL's doing everything on his own, everything he has to. 14 frags deep on Mirage, 2 players to get off of this bomb site, and you know Fame doesn't feel comfortable. Feels like that retake could come out from CT, but that is not the case. It's Norbert to drop Alexi. JL's gonna take a bit more damage. Nade goes over. Wonderful's wall bang, fantastic.
They have no smoke.
Fame sits back, sight bombs going fast. JL's hands busy,
Must
2
be
seconds, and he gets him off in time. No chance. It's a deep position from Fame to make the difference.
Wow.
Norbert, who is getting completely countered in this one.
Yeah, they were hoping not to let him know they were coming up.
Damn, they throw him back at underpass again. This time, VP, I see what you're up to. This is going to be an early A hit.
That's been a boring...
Go, change up the timing. We've been talking about a VP that plays faster as of now, so give him, let him have it.
Oh man, they're getting drilled down.
Navi tries to stand up to the fight.
It's just the op and these 2 pistols.
Ema able to catch Norbert on the jump. It is again him down with nothing. And so you try to change the tempo, you try to change the timing, and everybody falls at the test. Navi content to sign up for these fights.
Wow.
It is a bloodbath on the front of the A site. Flit can get nothing going. They don't have the guns. We got pistols for Virtus Pro. They're gonna have to concede 12. We're looking at Navi with 4 map match and grand finals points. A little adaptation. Ema's been floating down towards underpass, so try to catch him this time just with pistols. Starting to feel like we're about to lock in our second grand finalist.
Oh, that's activity from Eman. Trying to climb back up the board.
Yeah, he's not going to fall victim to your P250s.
Wow.
Navi can sense it now. Distance between them and VP. Now you can start to let it loose.
And the pistols, you know, things are going their way. This is a Navi that were going to hope their individuals would turn up, and they did. And it's another A play.
They're going to try it fast. Try and try again. Looking to get this one done with a little electricity. Bit, blind, and done. No support being able to be offered through these smokes. JL tries to flick over, but Flit nails him. And so it works. The second time's the charm. At least to put down that bomb. This continuous utility that keeps flying forward, though. They're just burning their own mollies inside of the smokes, but it is enough to deter NAVI. So VP know what they wanted. They try it twice.
It's wild. It's wild how adamant they are about just taking the site. Like, they haven't even really tried mid until things got hairy. They have not even full with 5,900, but not enough for... Oh, they already got the investment. Okay. I was like, I swear they should have had so much money, and they've got so much left over.
Spread back out, VP. It's not the all-in that got them this far. It's something a little different. It's a little presence elsewhere, but you can tell the intended target's still the same. I like that they try to change it up slightly.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know,
but aren't you just putting lipstick on a pig at this point? It's going to be,
hey man, to
another
each their own.
hit.
Smoke down on ramp. Just as VP are starting to knock on the door that they had just previously slammed off its hinges. But this is not CT sat behind smoke. This is NAVI in the thick of it, on the brink of a grand finals. Emad, he's got